Hey everybody, Matt and Chris here from Wheels Through Time Museum. One of the most anticipated weekends of the year in the motorcycle world, or at least the antique motorcycle world. This weekend is the Las Vegas motorcycle auction. So something like 1,500 or 2,000 motorcycles up for bid, and some incredibly special machines that we're even looking at a couple are gonna be going on the block here very shortly. So we've actually already scored an incredible motorcycle coming back to Wheels Through Time. It's a 1912 Harley that was owned by our pal Slow Joe Gardella. There's a few rolling across the block very shortly that we're gonna be bidding on, and at the same time, a few more that are, you know, some of the most anticipated motorcycle sales in recent memory. So great results so far on the auction. Some things a little up, some things a little down, some things right where we expected them. We're gonna get to bidding very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of the Urban Hirsch collection, this year's main attraction.
Yeah, exciting. So Urban Hirsch, California motorcycle collector, new Bud Eakins, new Steve McQueen was right there at the beginning of the scene. Over 100 motorcycles from Urban's collection. Exciting.
It's Meekum Auction's great pleasure to present from the Urban S. Hirsch III collection, a 1915 Cyclone V-twin.
Predictions?
The last one, 2 years ago, one bid to 560 and didn't sell. This is a much better bike.
And the one in here is the one that Stephen Wright, who did the motorcycle and books, all the big racing.
All the big racing books. Stephen was prolific restorer, author, rider, collector. I think it's very likely could go for more than $1 million. Yeah, potential world record-setting motorcycle.
Somebody get $2 million. Somebody get $2 million here. Give $1.5 million. Somebody give $1 million. Got 100, 200, at $200,000 here. $300,000 bid. Anybody get 300, 400. I have $400,000 bid. Anybody get 500,000. 500, 600.
Like I've got goosebumps. Like I'm not even bidding, but
900. Okay. $1 million. 1 million one. 2. 1 million 2. 1 million 250 once. Sold. $1,200,000.
Unbelievable.
crazy.
Light it up.
Hudson.
There you go.
Oh, yellow. Yeah, the Hudson's coming up right now. Yeah, no sweat. I'm watching.
1910 Hudson single, the only unrestored original known to exist. Sold on about 7
I'll do 30.
30,000 out of bed, down 30 bed, down 35, 35,
35.
45, 40,000 out of down 50, negative 50,000 out of down 50 down 5, 60,
50.
60 down out of bed,
50.
60 down out of bed, down negative 60 down out of down 60, and now 55, 65,
65.
out of bed, 65 here, 75, 75,000 out of 80,000 out of bed, 80,000 out of bed, down at 80,000 out of good 80, 100 down negative 80,000 out of bed, 80 bed, good 80,000 out of bed, down negative 80,000, good 80, 100 down negative 80,000 out of bed, down 80 bed, good 80,000, good 80,000 out of bed, down at 70 bed, 80 bed, good 70, 80, 90, 85, you're going to be 85. $85,000, sir. 80,000 out of bed. 85,000 out of it. 80,000 out of bed. 85. Negative 80,000. 85. Sold. 80,000 out of sold. 80,000 out of.
All right, my man. Good stuff.
That's awesome.
All right,
Cool deal,
Hudson,
man.
yes, good stuff. It's Yellow Bike Day today. Oh my goodness! So 1910 Hudson. It's like one of two. I think what was it? One of two.
It's only one unrestored.
Only unrestored one.
Yeah, none that exist.
Really cool bike. Now Urban bought that bike at this same auction maybe 8 or 10 years ago.
Okay.
And it brought 100 plus the juice. So
Yeah.
that was actually a little bit of a discounted price. Okay, here comes the Indian board tracker. Oh, that's a real deal race bike too.
3,
30 bid. Hit 30,000 a bid. And I'm going to bid
30.
5 down 40. Now going to bid 40 down 5 and inside of 5 here 45 50. 50 down 5 50 5 55 bid. 50 here 5 here 5 55 Hawks. So 5 back there. Hit 55,000 a bid. 50
Not out.
16
Not
here,
out
5.
yet.
I'm going to bid about 5 60 here. Not going to 16 15 5 16 down. Hit 15 5 bid 60. 15 5 bid. I'm going to 16,000.
I'll do 65.
Going to bid 60,000. Not going to bid 60,000. As you're on 65 70 bid. Thank you away. 16 5 and 70,000. 16 5 here. Hand tied. I'm going to bid about 70,000. And I'm going to bid about 70 bid. 70 bid. I'm going to bid 65 here. 70 last row. And 70,000. That 5. And 75. And 70 here. 75. And I'm going to bid about 5 75 70 bid. 5 here. 75 now. And 70 bid. I'm going to bid about 5 70 bid. And I'm going to bid 75 and 75 bid. I'm going to bid about to go down. 70,000 and 70,000.
Sure.
75 has called here. 5 and 70 bid. 5 80 bid. Now 80,000 out of bid. You give the same amount of time. 80,000 out of bid.
I'll pass. I'll pass, man.
5 here. Not going to bid about 5 here. 85 bid. Not going to bid about 5. 85,000. And I'm going to be coming down. 85
Good stuff, man.
half. Sold 80,000.
Yep.
Sold 80,000. Jordy Hunter.
Really would have liked to get that 1913 Indian racer. Had a ported cylinder, kind of like the clone over here. Original Blue Streak tires. Awesome bike. It bid up to $80,000, and my instinct tells me that guy wasn't quitting.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the tough part about not being in the room.
Yeah, because you can't see who you're bidding
Can't
against.
see who you're bidding against. You never know what's going to happen. But we're bringing home 1910 Hudson, only known original condition example. Hopefully, we're going to see that bike running in no time. Slow Joe Gardella's 1912 belt drive twin cylinder. That's going to be a great addition. Just a few minutes, we're going to be checking these things out. Okay, guys, I present to you one of the stars of the show, the 1910 Hudson. I'm so stoked to have gotten this motorcycle. Really didn't think it was possible until the moment the hammer dropped, and you know, 80,000 plus the buyer's premium. $88,000 is a lot to pay for any motorcycle. 10 years ago, like we said, this bike went for like $100,000+. Only original condition Hudson known today. Period. I think there's 2 known Hudsons. Seeing the bike at the auction maybe 10 or 15 years ago, whenever it was, it really looked like it was a runnable motorcycle. So today we're gonna jump in and see if we can actually get this motorcycle fired up and running. The Hudson motorcycle was built by the Miami Cycling Manufacturing Company in Middletown, Ohio. Consisting of a 4-horsepower single-cylinder engine, pedal start, and belt drive, the machines were produced in extremely limited numbers and only a few are known today. First thing we're gonna do, Chris, go ahead and check what's inside of the battery box, and then we're gonna kind of dive into some of the components here and take you guys through the process of, you know, kind of the development of some of the earliest American motorcycles out there, period.
So which side of the, because I see there's 2 doors.
You're gonna have to
check.
you're gonna have to explore, man. So check this out, guys. So Hudson, very much like a race cycle. Race cycles were actually magneto ignition. The Hudson, I believe, was a battery ignition model. It looks like there's some sort of switch over here. Can you see anything down there?
Yeah, so there's a wire that comes from the motor into this compartment, and then up to that, it looks like it comes up to that switch. I think the switch is the wire.
Oh gosh, look at this. This is a happy sight.
Oh, cool.
This bike has been run in modern times. That's just your normal 6-volt flashlight battery.
Yep.
We actually have a couple of those here. Condenser, and it's got a kind of like a modern coil in here, some alligator clips, man. So this battery compartment here would house the battery, I bet, was probably down in, Chris, that lower compartment originally, and I bet you this area housed the coil.
Yeah.
There is a wire up here that comes to the switch.
Yeah, and that wire comes through there, but I was trying to see.
You want to tell the people how you broke your flashlight, Chris?
I dropped it,
What?
and it stopped working.
What are we gonna do?
I know. I'm using my phone. I feel so out of place. I feel like Matt Walksler.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, so check this out. 100-year-old mica spark plug over here. One of the first things we're gonna do is we're gonna check the plug, see if it's all sitted up. Now, early Thor engine. Thor engines, wow, that actually, it's a Thor style engine that's branded with Hudson. Oh my gosh, that is cool. Wow, I did not even see that in the That is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see that in the auction catalog at all. Normally, this style engine says Thor right here, and this one here says Hudson. Now, Thor made motors for literally dozens of early motorcycle manufacturers. They made the motors for the first Indian motorcycles, for Reading Standard, for themselves. Once they started their own motorcycle company, maybe 1907 or 1908. So it's definitely a Thor design engine.
Yeah.
Man, this is cool. I had no idea.
And for a lot of these early companies, that was more of an overhead cost thing, right? So they didn't have to pour the expense into building the engine.
That's right, and it's the same reason they used a Bosch Magneto. It's the standard.
Yeah.
This thing is really cool. So, okay, we've got the Hudson case here. We've got the serial number is L22, which with 2 Hudsons known, not a lot of information on the serial numbers.
Yep.
Zero information on serial numbers. I don't know if that's the 22nd Hudson ever built. I don't know if L's the year or the model, but it's number 22, which is crazy also. My dad's lucky number, my lucky number.
Now, what kind of carburetor is that?
Never seen a carburetor like this. Well, what's that say up there? Can you read it? Put your flashlight out there.
Get my phone out again. Crown and Baldwin? Or no, Crown and Barlow.
Brown and Barlow.
Brown and Barlow, yeah, Birmingham. So that would be
maybe an English carburetor. It
carburetor.
definitely looks English. I mean, well, what the thing about this carburetor is, I mean, you got your big float area over here, probably a tickler.
Yeah, tickler right there.
Also, now this is what they call a dual slide carburetor, okay? So right hand here is, on the twist grip on the right hand is your spark advance and decompressor. So what they're doing, valves up, okay? And when you activate the decompressor, you're actually keeping that exhaust valve up so it doesn't return all the way, and you come off that decompressor and it drops the exhaust valve all the way. So when you're starting an engine like this, activate the decompressor, hold the valve up, pedal the thing, get the rear wheel spinning, acts as a bit of a flywheel for the motor. Motor flywheel spin, and you drop that decompressor, and the engine should fire up. Now, right hand, spark advance decompression. Left hand has this funky mechanism over here that operates, this is what we call a dual slide carburetor. Like the best way to explain it, it's almost like an adjustable Venturi. So you've got your front slide here, which is gonna meter the airflow before the fuel nozzle, and then behind it, you have another slide carburetor which kind of acts as your throttle slide. You can't operate one without the other, but you're gonna kind of set this. It's almost like this would be a choke, and then as you open the choke, you're basically providing a leaner mixture. The more open you bring that slide, man, really.
Well, it's interesting how you have this big ramp up for your intake, like it's having to pull all that up, right? And you think about a standard intake, right? That horizontal flow all the way in.
Yeah, and I can't tell you why they did that. I don't know if they did that just to fit in the frame. I don't know if they thought about the length of the runner. Yeah, really cool. Awesome, awesome wheels. These wheels, this is what we call a double clincher wheel. So the way the clincher wheels work, guys, this is a 28 by 2 1/4 Harley racing rim. Really rare rim, actually. The clincher wheel, the way that this works as opposed to a conventional drop center, you've got that considerable overlap here that the bead sets up right in this V. If you blow the tire, it stays on the rim. With the clincher, you can see you've got this lip right here, and the lip of the rim is almost all the integrity of your bead, and then the tire itself has a lip, and what you're basically doing is you air up that tire, you create that clinch right in this V here, and that's what holds the tire on, period. So I think they ran clinchers to about 1930 on Harley Davidsons. These are so much rarer than regular clinchers. This is what we call a double clincher rim. And the double clincher rim has a much deeper profile than the clincher rim, and what the purpose of that deeper profile is it actually hides the spokes. So right here, they're a rim strip away from the tube. So as you start to adjust your spokes, if a spoke pokes through, you've got all a piece of rubber for a rim strip, keeping your tire from getting flat. The earliest design The double clinchers actually had this sheet metal strip that actually kept those spoke holes recessed way in this rim. So much better design, but I think the only reason that it's just had to be a cost of production, you know, because it would have been a really expensive rim to make. So amazing. Original paint, double clincher wheels. Such an awesome piece of work. This big, crazy long gas tank. So what we've got here is a gas compartment, an oil compartment. I see an oil shutoff. There's a fuel shutoff here. Another fuel shutoff up front. So I don't know if this is maybe like a reserve tank, if there's like a half baffle in here somehow. What a great motorcycle. Slightly more modern V-belt. So this is put on. This is new, I assume for the purpose of running the machine. Really cool muffler. Where's the exit on that muffler? Is it in front or in back? Can you tell? Or is it nowhere?
I don't feel anything. Oh, right here.
Okay.
There's just a little bit of holes drilled right there. Yeah. So it must go through. Yeah.
Man, Musselman hub, ultra rare hub.
So that's a coaster brake, right?
Coaster brake, pedal start, belt drive, no clutch, coaster brake. Which if you're gonna brake, I mean, I suppose when you would brake with that V-belt, see what the V-belt, there's no clutch. So when you have no clutch, you know, it's like, how do you disengage and engage that belt? And the thing about the V-belt is as you get on the fuel, or in this case, as you get on the fuel, it's gonna pull that belt down into the V and pull it into the back of the wheel and spin that over. And then as you roll off the gas, the slack's gonna be up top here on the belt, and it's gonna hopefully, or in theory, allow the motor pulley to spin somewhat independently, or of the rear wheel, excuse me. Let's jump right in.
Yeah.
This is really, really cool. One of a kind, almost one of a kind, only one known. You're gonna be the very first folks on the internet to see this bike run. On the World Wide Web, you guys are gonna be the very first.
Thanks, Al Gore.
It's Al Gore.
Here's a question though. So with these early ones like this, when you've got the battery, you've got no mag, how is it sending the spark? Like what is the...
I think there's this little dial switch over there.
Okay.
And there's a coil.
Yeah.
That's what that red thing is in the...
Oh, inside there, okay.
Yeah, so there's a plug wire that goes into that coil. They've got the modern coil in there. So where did the original coil sit? Was it over in this compartment hidden, or was it in here?
That's what I would think, is that the coil was down there, because that's where the wire first comes in.
Yeah.
And then maybe the battery box up top. I don't know,
can't quite tell. Yeah, it's a little bit small to slide a battery into, but at the same time, the wire goes in through here. Why, I don't know. That's just the route that they took.
Yeah.
So the black wire to the points. Wait, this wire I'm moving right now.
This wire goes to the switch.
That goes to the switch.
Yep.
Where's and then you have, that's the red coming off, and then we've got a ground wire.
Yeah, that comes back from the other side of the switch.
Oh, that is your ground wire. This is your ground. And this is your hot. Okay, I am gonna pull the plug. You know what also, man, I noticed with these fuel shutoffs, this one, the solder's broken on this, Chris.
Okay.
So, and it kind of stinks. Ooh. Okay, let's also see if we can't drain the lower end. Okay, tank's empty.
Oh, good.
Nice. Cleaning up the fuel shutoff rod here. What it looks like happened is this thing stiffened up, froze up, and it pulled the solder joint right out of the tank. We are gonna try and resolder it. Okay.
So the bottom end seems to be empty.
Bottom end's empty, that's okay. I have to find out where this thing sits. Safety glasses. Safely attached to the top of my head. I've never bought a yellow bike in my entire life. And in the past 14 days, I've bought two. Oh, there it's set down and they're really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There. was holding my breath the whole time.
Stand up and pass out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
That's great. Now, what we've got to do is make sure that our fuel line is not plugged up, because the way that tank smells, I suppose it's a possibility.
So do we want to take it off and
see? Yeah, that's a complex fuel line. Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys. So anytime you're dealing with a one-of-a-kind machine or a machine of such rarity, you want to be as careful can be in every part of working on the bike. You know, somebody at some point or another had fished that out and broken the solder joint. Preservation is key here, guys. That's what we're going for. This is not a bike that we're going to restore here at the museum. This is a bike that over the past, 115 years, I'm sure many caretakers have went to great lengths to preserve. So we're just the next in that line. You guys hear us say it all the time. Preservation is what we're all about. Yeah, you break something and you're in a world of hurt. You know, there are no parts to this bike. There are no other components. You know, I think this fuel line, for example, was probably remade at some point. It looks like pretty fresh copper fittings. It looks like the oil line, same thing. There we are. We are clear. I don't even know that I want to drop that float. Don't give me that look. You're probably right. It was like,
well, but
do we?
The
Don't
problem
we?
is, like, I agree with you, but it's like, with that thing being stuck in there, the fuel line.
Yeah, now
probably
there's also some Teflon we need to do it.
We've got to do it, right? Because otherwise we're just going to have to, we'll put this back on and then have to take it off again.
Okay, float bowl coming apart. Now the carburetor aspect, I might pull this main jet down. That looks like some sort of main jet assembly. This is your air jet in through the bottom, I believe. Oh, it's open altogether under there. That almost looks like a rubber flap, like underneath here. It's like there's a cone. I don't really want to take the carb apart. It seems like that's your fuel passage through there from the float bowl. That is gotta be what that is. Okay, we are gonna get into the carburetor, it looks like. Yeah, that's not gonna do it on its own. That's definitely not gonna.
It just dripped.
Did it? Let's see that carb cleaner. And then, okay. We could just rinse it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, you got just a couple of drips out that time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Clear. We are clear. Okay. All my lifts are taken. So we're over here on the dirtiest floor in Haywood County. Let's check our points, just like the early Indian points. You can see the points right there, and your cam lobe, points lobe, breaks the points here. Super simple. Perfect. Perfect. Old mica style plug. Gap looks like it's about 20. Let's roll with it. Beautiful. Let's check compression while we're at it.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's put oil in the lower end first. So is the only, let's fill the tank firstly, and then see if there's an alternate place to fill the crankcase with oil. Okay. I'm happy with that.
Oh.
Okay.
Side glass is nice and clear. You can see through it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's been sitting for 10, 15 years.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, we want to meter this down. Okay, we're dripping pretty good. We're going to let this drip for a few minutes. As it's dripping, Let's go ahead and spin that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's compression. Okay, good stuff. V-belt spinning the engine. We have compression at the plug. And tighten
Do we want
this.
to check spark before we?
Yeah, well, let's do that. Do we have? Okay, switch maybe off. Oh yeah, looky there. Beautiful. Does the plug have spark? Next question. Okay, ready? Oh!
So no.
What was I doing?
You know I should never wave a red flag in front of a battery? Because it'll charge.
On delay.
Okay, man, we got spark. Let me double check that our switch up is on, down is off. So counterclockwise to turn on. We get oil down in the bottom end and get that fuel line back on. I think we're ready.
Do you want me to run get some gas?
Oh yeah, if we don't have any gas, let's do it. Okay, guys, so exciting stuff. Always an exciting day here at the museum, but today we are on the verge of hearing a motorcycle of which there are only 2 known examples remaining. This being the only original example remaining. We're on the verge of hearing this thing run. So really cool, exciting stuff. I believe this 1910 Hudson is going to run like a new 1910 Hudson. Looking at the machine, it does not show a lot of signs of being beat up and worn out. Some really great features on this bike. And you got that ultra long stance there, but the wheelbase itself does not look incredibly long. Those big comfy handlebars, it's kind of like sitting in an armchair when you're sitting on this thing. For 1910, that's a pretty advanced looking fork, you know, with that canister cartridge set up there for the front suspension. Really cool fork rockers, how these work. They're 2 like, you know, straps here for the rockers on each side, so there's not like this whole secondary rocker, and the axle actually goes through the front fork leg itself. So a lot of the times with the leading link, they'll have yet another link out there where the axle goes. So really cool stuff there. Atmospheric intake valve, guys. So this is the primitive, about as primitive of a motorcycle engine as you can get. And there's an exhaust push rod or an exhaust lifter with an exhaust cam in here that runs off the pinion. The intake valve is only operated by suction, so really cool stuff.
I got the go-go juice.
Go-go juice, okay.
You know, I'm surprised yellow motorcycles never really caught on, though, because it really makes you the highlight of any ride. True.
What, dude? What? What? So let's go ahead and fill that tank up. This is always a little bit of a
This is when we
scary part here. Now I have shoot me a 5/8 wrench too before you fill it up. Yep. This is cracked. I've got this loose. So let's go ahead and actually I am going to tighten it down, and we'll use the carburetor tickler. Go ahead, pop some gas in there. Okay. Oh yeah, I can feel fuel now.
You can see drips.
Really? Is it dripping?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
And they did not design this.
I think we're ready. No, the cap's a little tight. Let's go ahead. How many kicks? Pedals, I mean. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we've got this guy. What's closed? Back is closed. I'm gonna close this down a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, really cool, guys. I wonder when the last time somebody climbed on this seat was. Probably Urban. You know, Urban was a legend. He rode everything. He had this machine. Let's see here.
Oh, I better turn the switch on. I'm ready to hear this thing fire off, man.
I'm trying to get that decompressor to work. Can you pull it back?
Yep.
There we go. Yep. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's think about this. As we pedal it, tell me if you see any jump there. You can hold that.
Nothing.
No spark. Well, that's good. I mean, relatively good.
Yeah, well, because now we know the problem, right?
Yeah, right, okay. Let's see here. Come help me out.
Uh-huh.
Well, we had spark when this was open. So I'm gonna take the cover back off. I want to find out what's going on.
Ready?
No spark.
Oh,
There we are.
there we go.
Okay, let's get up on it and go.
So what was it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just mentally.
It's just being persnickety.
Yep. Okay. There we are. Come on, old girl. Come on, you old girl.
Yes! Hey, 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 hey. There it is! Unbelievable! That's awesome. It's quiet. Yeah. That muffler does a great job. Wow.
Oh yeah. Let's see if it'll fire right back up again. Unbelievable.
That's incredible.
Holy cow. 1910 Hudson. Might be the only running Hudson in the world. We got a 50-50 chance. there's two of them, so we know. Wow, that's so amazing. What a motorcycle. Here we go. See if she cranks right back up. Amazing. Incredible. So good. It's quiet. It's so quiet.
That's great.
I'm happy. Another one runs right here at Wheels Through Time. Okay, I kind of want to ride it. Let's take it for a ride.
Yeah, let's go see it.
Nothing like getting on a motorcycle with weird controls. Now, with the rear stand on this, you kind of just got to run alongside of it and hop on.
Hop on. I got faith in you.
You got. Ready? Here it is. Yep. Woo!
Where else are you gonna have this much fun?
Hey guys, look at me, I can't come there, dude. I'm riding. This thing's the freaking dreamboat, man.
They call us the museum that runs for a reason, guys.
Woo! Wow, this thing is a total dream boat.
All you're
dude.
missing is your three-piece suit and your hat, you know?
Too cool.
It seems like it just is effortless in what it's supposed to do.
You know what? I turn around and climb the hill. I mean, 4.5 horsepower may be an overstatement.
Yeah.
But what an experience, man. Something I won't forget. Come see it right here at the museum. Make sure you guys check out either one of these 2 videos. And we'll see you next time around.